Morning, folks. Back to the grind. No, it's not a grind, is it? I'm just trying to hold my large sketchbook in place. And for those of you are not familiar with what I'm doing at the moment, I'm doing a series of impressionist, free painted, loose painted landscapes. And I've got this lovely book here, and I've got that one. This is A3, this is A4. So I'm going to do quite a large one on here. Not going to copy that. I did these yesterday, and they're great fun to do. It's good practice, painting loose. Painting isn't all about detail, it's about expression. Now, I'm well known for having my strong opinions about painting, but I've been doing it long enough. You don't have to take my advice. But the thing is, having painted for so long in a representational way, I just sort of came to an impasse eventually, after 40 years, that I just want to do impressions, or semi-abstract impressions. And today, or this morning, I'm going to do a bit of a sketch. Something's just fallen on my bin. Ah, it's one of those. Trouble is, I've got my waste paper bin or waste rag bin underneath my makeshift table, and I've got another sort of a improvised. What should I say? A woodworking bench with holding up a lump of MDF, laminated MDF, to make a makeshift table. And if I'm not careful, stuff runs down because it's not very sturdy, and it falls in my bin. Things like covers for the SD card, or a brush. Something just rolls in, and then you've got to try and find it. Right, okay, so 4 colours: cadmium yellow, pale, or cadmium yellow, yellow ochre, cadmium, no, it's not cadmium red, it's vermilion hue, and ultramarine, plus the white and the near black Payne's Grey. So I'm going to do an impression of the River Parrett in Somerset levels. Couple of big trees along the distance. Come down here and just go across it. Or I might just move it over a bit, because then we're going right in the middle. And then we've got all these trees on the tree line, fields, and we've got undergrowth or growth, bushes, stuff. So I'm just going to make a painting. I'm not copying anything, I'm not working for anything. I'm just making up from experience. Now with this cartridge paper, if it gets too wet, it will get a bit buckled. And it reflects the light in different ways. So when I take a photograph of it, excuse me, the sun does do funny things to the surface. It dries, and then I put some weight on it, on the book, to flatten out the dodgy bits. So here we go. Let's move my water over. I'll use, which brush will I use? I've got a choice of brushes here. I'll probably, instead of using the Pro Art varnish brushes, let's use what are these? So I'll use 2 brushes. I'll use 2 large brushes. This is So Winsor and Newton number 10, but it only refers to number 10 in the Winsor and Newton range, because other number 10s are much bigger than that. And this is Winsor and Newton flat, bright, short, flat, bright. Well, it's not that short, but it's a good brush, in other words. So I'll put that one there, and we'll go in for a sky. So let's get some water, but not a lot, just to wet the brush, and we'll do the so a bit of blue, bit of white. Now, when you start these things, don't even think about what it's going to look like or detail. Just cover, just get some paint on. Because this dries very quickly, especially on a day like this. This is nice and lovely and warm. Is that when it dries, you can change it. And I've been making streaky skies lately. The sky and just rough it in. So that's dry. Almost. I can clean the brush. And we'll put in a bit of some lights on the horizon. This brush cost quite a bit of money from the range. They got rid of their lovely arts corner. That's a huge superstore for ironmongery, lights and painting stuff and frames. But they've still got some acrylics stuff, but they had a lovely range before, but they've changed it. Right, okay, so a bit of ochre. Quite strong, this ochre. I'll put the trees in a minute. Remind myself that the river's coming along here. Yellow cloud is not realistic, is it? Not that we're after realism, but it's what we're trying to get away from. But it's the ochre is saturated. It really is a strong colour. I'm sort of liking these streaky skies. But let's get that whiter. Got lots of white. Key colour. Or key non-colour. Alright, let that dry for a bit. We'll just do a bit of trees, I think. Get the horizon in. See, I know that I can change that. When that's dry, I can do what I like to it. I bear in mind that when you finish the painting, and it's all nice and dry, or you've tried it with a hairdryer, you've got plenty of paint on, it forms a plastic coat. and I varnish these with PVA glue. Diluted, of course, but not too dilute, otherwise it won't act as a varnish. Right, now let's get the other brush. Lovely, beautiful brush. Winsor & Newton. Very lovely brush if it was Dana Mounty. So, we want a nice green, so touch of, oh, that bit of red in there. I like that red, the paper's not flat, the membrane's not very flat. I scraped all the old paint off yesterday and left the membrane with all stains on it, but it doesn't matter. They're not cheap to buy, but they're very durable. The water comes through, keeps the paint moist, but it doesn't let the paint go the other way. And I've got a bit of soaking wet toweling underneath this. They do can easily get a replacement for them. I sometimes forget what I'm saying. I start and then I get concentrating on this, and so I get your horizon straight or horizontal. The last time we were down here was for a friend's funeral in a wonderfully named village called Kingsbury Episcopi. It's a very old town. Well, not town, village, where everybody knows everybody. And we can add other bits of colour, bits of red, bits of ochre. So yeah, that's just ring the changes. Look, just add. You don't want just a flat colour. You want plenty of. But you want your horizon dark because you're going to counter change some light greeny stuff on it. But I'm really enjoying doing these. See this, we can get some nice light on green. I haven't used any paint spray yet. Right, there we are. We've got nice background trees. Just Put a bit of light back here. There's some air in. Right, we'll let that dry off, and we'll go back into some river, the River Parrett. But this view doesn't really exist. I remember that there were some big trees here, but these were sort of subordinate to them. Right, okay, now get my big brush. And we'll start to use a bit of colour. I will change the brushes for the texturing. But we've been here a couple of times. Well, with our friend who was a great, well-known, well, not well-known, but chef. He was a college lecturer when we knew him. He was one of our local colleges, and he was one of my son's instructors. Let's get some of that in there. I sit down to do my painting. Now, I remember some big bushes along the riverbank here. Now, there's my river there. I'll put it in blue. Well, for the moment anyway. The blue. We don't really go out to the picture. You've got to keep the rivers in the picture, but you don't want them in the middle. Right, let's get this bit of red. I like red. Bit of shortcut for the banks. But remember that I'm just roughing in at the moment. I've painted this several times. Excuse me. Right, let's let that go off. I'll probably go back to the varnish brushes for the rest of it. So we've roughed in with these two brushes. Make sure they're scrupulously clean, because if you don't, you'll lose them. And these two brushes cost me £30. So if you want to contribute to the expenses, folks, there's always Patreon or PayPal. Spend a lot of money on materials to do the free videos. Right, so let's just take, got that one. That's a nice wearing out brush. There's a bit of paint spray and a bit of blue, a bit of cloud. It's near Glastonbury, this. Glastonbury, where the music festival is going on. Never been. Right, but let that go for a minute. I've made a bit of a mess of that. So we've got a bank, green. I've got photographs of this somewhere. Right, green, bit of red. But imagine I'm standing on the bridge. There's a little bridge across the river here where I took photos. I mean, these varnishes, I've got to order some more. Let's get some light on there. And then we'll start to reinstate that the blue sky, so blue water. So the river actually goes down there and around there, but I'm not going to put it in. It'd take too long. Got a nice bit of light colour in there. Alright, let that go for a minute. That's not too bad. We'll put some green in here. But dark, because that's all shadow in there. Oh, I've got the reeds. Right, okay. Let's just add some texture in there. We get a bit more texture. Now we want some nice red, bit of red, bit of white. Oh, I'll get some green in there now. Ooh. Light green from Payne's Grey, mixed with the yellow. A bit more white. Can you? I hope you can see some of the mixing anyway. Let's get some really good dark green in here. Clean the brush. I'm not doing any detail other than what the bristles do, like the reeds. No trunks or branches or stuff like that. let's get some green in here. Now I'm going to work a little bit on that river. Shake the brush so it's nice and dry. It's probably just a little bit too. Let's get a bit over there. That's really how I do water, although the taper's not there really. So we'll just take it over a little bit here. Right. Okay, let's work a bit on that sky now. Go over that. This will dry. I'm going to put some more texture in this foreground. I'm quite right, that's a bit better. Could put a bit in here. That's a little bit better. That's a nice colour, that one there. Now I can't really put like a canal there because it'd be too close in contrast to the up there, but it's artistic license. Right, let's change that brush to that brush. Oh, some nice light greeny stuff. It was catching the light. A bit of yellow. A bit of green for these. Oh, I quite like that. I've not done. I don't think I've done it in acrylic. I've sort of done impressions in oil. Let's get some nice green. Bit of white. It's all about texture, not detail. There's no detail in this, it's just texture. And painting loose and free. Now we're going to go under that sky now. Get some nice cloudy things. Morning cloud. Ooh. Morning cloud, that's right, okay, that was doing more to that. The River Parrett, an impression. Let's carefully take all this tape off. Now I'm going to have to dry, to warm up the tape, because it does tend to be a bit sticky. But I just try to take it off. Be very, very careful. Oh, it's pulling. No, I can't do it. So mute your sound for this, folks. Ready, go. It's pulling a bit off. Oh, I can't help that really. It won't make any real difference because I'll varnish it. No, it's tearing off. Right, I'm going to do these two. Sorry about the noise. Right, get that off. See, now it's tearing again. The tape is, I got it from B&Q, and it's probably builders or for painters and decorators. So it's pretty sticky. Okay, you can't see the tears, but but I can. So it's good in the middle. Right, there we are. So the River Parrett in acrylic, painted loose and free, loosely painted, and we've got a nice reflection of the sky colours in here, and an impression of the bushes, reeds, growth. So I hope you like that one, folks. I'll get that uploaded for you in about 15 minutes. What was that taken? 41 minutes. Cool. Masterpiece in 45 seconds. Okay, see you soon. Bye bye.